You're from Estonia, so let's bring up Estonia because it to a lot of people, or I'm not going to say that. It sounded like a fictional place. Like I remember when I was a kid, I heard the word Kalamazoo, right? And it sounds like a place Dr. Seuss would have made up or something.
Is it a place?
It's a place in Michigan, but I didn't know
Kalamazoo.
that. Kalamazoo, right? It sounds like.
Yeah, that sounds like a candy.
Yes.
It sounds like a candy that pops in your mouth.
Yes, the Kalamazoo. But then I was in an airport one time. I was probably 16 years old. I'm in the airport and I saw Kalamazoo and I was like, no way, it's a real place. Never had an idea. So Estonia seems like a place that almost seems like something out of, I guess it's
Game of Thrones or something. Or,
yes.
Do we get that a lot?
But it gets confusing because I can't, if somebody said describe Estonia, I'd have no idea what it is. How to spend a weekend in Tallinn, is that the capital?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like Kalamazoo is like my Subway. You know the sandwich shop Subway?
Yes.
We had one Subway in Estonia. When I was like 16, I went there every day and I thought, so cool of a family restaurant. Name it Subway because the sandwich looks like a Subway. I did my birthday there. And then I went for like a trip to Sweden and I saw another Subway. It broke my fucking heart.
Oh.
I thought this was like a family restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's beautiful. I mean, just picturing somebody doing their birthday there.
In a Subway, yeah.
It's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
And I'll say this too. I dated a girl that worked at a Subway, and I remember I'd go in there and she'd hug me she'd have those hand covers on and she would hug me when she had them on. Like
Did she smell after her shift? She smelled the Subway, I bet.
Oh, beautiful. The Asiago, when they came out with that Asiago bread, people didn't know what to do. What brought you here from Estonia to the USA? Like, why did you come?
Well, stand up, of course.
Okay, so you were doing stand up there.
I was doing it in Estonia, Australia, Estonia in the capital, Tallinn. I did in Australia, Melbourne. I did in Bangkok for a year. I was the feature on the road in Asia with a lot of guys. I met Ari Shafir that way. I met Sam Talent in Estonia because he came through. I did it in Canada, Vancouver.
He came through Estonia?
Yeah, I invited him, yeah. I put some gigs up for him. It was awesome. Yeah.
So were you running your own show there?
Yeah. We have like our own comedy club.
Okay.
Like me and my friends, like 8 of us basically own.
And it's still active?
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely. Summer tour, they're all killing it.
How big is Tallinn?
600,000, I think.
That's big.
Like that. Yeah, it's pretty big.
How big is Estonia?
1.4. But, when you say 1.4 population, what is it really? Like actually online voting people who know what's happening in the world, maybe 60,000.
60,000.
It's like when you say, how much is in America? It's like a big number, right?
Right.
Yeah, but how much of those people are actually consumers and they go to shows, they go to like online people.
I see what you're saying. Right,
Yeah.
like America, I think the population now, what is the population now? I bet it's about 350 million.
That's crazy.
Wow. The U.S. population is approximately 342 to 349 million. But yeah, what percent are like kind of
So out of those 350 million, I reckon, actual people, it's maybe 3 million. Right?
A lot of bots.
A lot of fucking...
A lot of bots, a lot of NPCs. I think that could be right.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, the people there, is comedy different there? Would they get our comedy? What is humor like there?
Well, you see, that's why stand-up had such an explosion as well, is that the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. That's when Estonia became a country. Again, we were a country in the 40s before Soviet Union rocked around. And we were Soviet Union basically all the time. Estonians get really offended when you call us Russian, because we're like Estonian. But it's a very they-them behavior, It's like you were Mike last week, It's like most of our history, we've been Russia. So I don't get offended when people say that. But it's a thing we have.
So there's a lot of pride in Estonia right now for being Estonian.
We have our own language, everything,
Wow. It's a beautiful place.
It is. Because you seem like a guy, America's very loud. It's loud. It's a lot. The highways are loud. There's a lot of pollution. It's loud. It's a lot.
I agree.
That's why you guys are also like culturally like the leaders, because there's a lot of tension and a lot of push and pull. A lot of push and pull creates beautiful art. A lot of tension creates beautiful art. So that's why you guys do that. But Estonia, very serene, calm, sauna, the sea, the ocean, quiet, space. We love space. We love quiet. It's not a lot of people. So when the Soviet Union collapses, with like rap, music, culture, movies, stand-up comedy, the more, to control, what communism does really well when it works is to control people. You control their subconscious, their mind. So that's why there was all this, you can't speak bad about the government. There's all this censorship.
Right.
You can't say bad words, no sexual stuff. You have to keep people's subconscious subdued to control them, just like they're doing now in North Korea. That's what you have to do.
Well, just like even that's happening now here, I think in America is like, they're like the way that they sedate us with certain things you can and can't say online, that sort of thing.
No, that's what you do. But the more tension creates, the bigger the release when you get to say it. Like that's how stand-up started in America. So much tension with the government, racial tensions, everything. And then a guy named Lenny Bruce starts riffing with a cigarette in his mouth and starts saying crazy shit. And people go into this room like, holy fuck, this is where you can talk off the record. This is how I talk with my friends when the government isn't listening, That's why communism. So that's how it,
that's how whispering started even.
Exactly. And literature back in the day, why Russian literature is so beautiful, it's because it's out of all this poverty and you have to speak through the flowers. That means I can't say fuck the government, but I can say it in a different way.
Right.
That's why, so parameters, like having parameters also create beautiful art. And then when the Soviet Union collapsed, all the floodgates are open. We get South Park, Chappelle Show, Knight Rider, MacGyver, Grey's Anatomy, Felicity, Friends.
Yeah.
It's all like coming into our consciousness.
Yeah.
And then me and another friend, Sander, and another group of guys, the Comedy Estonia guys, used to be on our organization back in the days. We were the first generation of comedians. So now we're the first adults talking about stuff that American entertainment talks about. Potty mouth stuff.
So they didn't have it before?
Not at all.
So you didn't, when you were a kid, they didn't have like an Estonian comedian?
We had comedic influences, but it's all controlled by the fucking, it's all mainstream. It's all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody.
Like Big Bird or something.
Yeah. Like Tonight Show, Johnny Carson, like stuff like that. It's not. So then when we started, we were like first ones at the well. The first ones at the well of creativity. Now that there's no lines, the internet keeps everything open. So it was a big explosion. Open mics would have hundreds of people.
In Estonia?
Yeah, open mics, literally people squeezing in just to see this new art form. So it was a beautiful explosion. It's like fucking the Beatles shit, Yeah, so it was amazing for us,
Dude, that's so cool.
And
it's so incredible,
man. The
man.
first hours of material, let's be honest, they're not the most original just because as I said, we're the first ones at the well. I just got the first cup of water.
Yeah.
No one's ever made an airplane joke. I'm going to do a fucking 12-minute closer. That would be so hacky here. But it's the first time anyone's talked about this.
Wow, dude. That's so wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is something that's so thankful about, like, let me say something. That's why I think we're in a spot now where comedians sometimes are the people that are the only ones and the few podcasters that are saying something that's like not the mainstream narrative.
Well, exactly. And that's how podcasts basically took over the media. It's just because the more you subdue the subconsciousness, the bigger the release.
What's that movie? This movie's great if you've ever seen it. It was the movie
Titanic.
Titanic. Titanic's so good, huh?
It's a great movie.
They had it in your country?
Late, but I had it.
God.
I think we're getting Avatar next year, so I'm very excited about that.
Dude, yeah, I remember being in Vietnam and they had just gotten Stand By Me when I was over there.
Wow.
And they were fucking crazy. You had all these Vietnamese people dressing up like the characters from Stand By Me and singing that song, When the Night It Come, the Land Is Gone.
We all dressed up as Blade when we got Blade. Remember Blade?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, everybody had sunglasses and a leather suit. If you go to a nightclub, it was the bouncer was Blade, the guy getting him was Blade. It was Blade IDing Blade. Yeah. It was, everyone was fucking, dude, leather sales skyrocketed, dude. I reckon the leather industry in Italy was like, man, what's happening in Estonia? Blade was you. This was me. This was all of Estonia for like 3 years.
And do they have a lot of black people in Estonia?
3.
Good.
Yeah.
And how's that been? If we interviewed them, what would they say? Do you think it's been good?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. So it's been hit or miss. It's been
hit or miss for sure. But I would say Estonians, Eastern Europeans, Northern Europeans, it's not. See, racism is embedded in you having a preconceived notion about a certain group of people, and I would say living in America, it probably gets validated in an echo chamber. If you grow up in a white neighborhood and and it's a racist neighborhood, you're going to have this notion, and then you're going to grow up and understand, okay, that was just my childhood. In Estonia, if you don't really have black people around, the racism is kind of, it's firing into darkness.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in Canada and I'll see like black people in some Canadian places, and it doesn't feel like there's any of the tension and weird shit that there is in America. And I'm not saying that it's so fucking different. You're like, oh, this is how things are supposed to be. And they also keep like repeating this same narrative in America. Like it's getting it's like we should be able to, I think at some point, start to move past some of this stuff. It's like, what are we still doing?
I know. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm still chewing a piece of gum from fucking 150 years ago,
yeah,
and there's a taste in my mouth, after a while, it's because at a certain point you gotta,
let that gum go.
Yeah, or just get, take part of it out of your mouth, or give it a little bit of a rest sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's some people that just want to chew like some of the same gum. And maybe that's messed up for me to say, but it blew my mind when I was in Canada and I was like, oh, there's not this racial tension here at all.
Yeah, and absolutely. There's people who are, it's racism due to ignorance is one thing,
Yeah, totally. I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but.
And it's like, Estonians, we drop N-bombs, but it doesn't have the history you have here. We have, we don't even say black people, we just drop the word. But
what?
You guys have, we don't have the word you have.
Right.
We say like negro, which you guys say too, and it's not a good word,
Right.